show should appear any minute now. As we just hit 71 kilobits per second, so it should appear on YouTube just about now. Here's our first arrival of the show. It's Air Canada 37, rolling out high and fast. Well, good morning. Good morning, world. This is YVR Live. My name is Henry Tenby, JetFlix TV. We're streaming live from Vancouver International Airport. It's a nice morning here in Vancouver. About 12, 13 degrees Celsius. Calm, no wind. Nice to see the regulars here. Jess Parr, Jim Jam Birds, One Av Geek Girl, and Gerard and Kirsten. You guys are the first here. Nice to see you guys. I'm calling this our pre-Air Canada strike show. Big news here in Vancouver today. Big news. So I'm just going to put myself on camera because as I drove in this morning, the radio is talking nonstop about it. So let's just get myself on camera and welcome everybody to the show. Okay, hello everybody. It's big news that Air Canada is very possibly going on strike. If you listen to any of the media here in Canada today, you will hear that it is top of the news that the Air Canada pilots strike may very well be happening. They will be in a legal strike position next Wednesday. So that's just a little under a week away from today. And the Air Canada pilots do need to give 72-hour strike notice, which is 3 days. So it means this weekend operations could start to be curtailed at Air Canada in anticipation of their legal strike position, which will be, as I say, on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, just 6 days away from today. So that is the headline news as we start our show. And I think, as I say, it is appropriate that we label this the pre-Air Canada strike show. Hopefully it won't come to fruition, but we don't know. We just don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It will affect the entire country, coast to coast. A lot of people have travel plans. There's a lot of essential services. There's a lot of environmental. There's a lot of economic impact, not only in Canada but across borders, that will come into play if this strike does happen. And hopefully it will not happen, but we will have to see. As I say, if you turn on any news radio in any city that you live in here in Canada this morning, you're going to hear non-stop reporting, and it's all about what's happening with this potential Air Canada pilot strike. So that is the topic of the day, the Air Canada pilot strike. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to play it by ear. We'll have to hope for the best. But really, the only people that know are those that are sitting at the negotiation table. And everybody else, we're just going to have to wait and see. Welcome to the show. We're here at Vancouver International Airport. My name is Henry Tenby. You're watching the JetFlix channel here on YouTube. It's just coming up on 9 a.m. Pacific time. And we're at the north side of Vancouver International Airport on our usual hill, our streaming hill. Runway 26 is in operation this morning here at YVR, so we've got the landings on runway 26 right, departures on 26 left. Temperature is 13 degrees. The weather is calling for a high of 18 with some sunny breaks this afternoon. It is calm. I believe the windsock is dead. So we do have some precipitation to the south of us. It's not forecast to affect us, although I do have my umbrella ready to go, and we'll put that up. Hopefully it won't be an issue. So just wanted to formally welcome everybody to the show. What time is it right now? Yeah, so we're just a few minutes before 9 a.m. We'll be here for the next 2.5 to 3 hours, soaking up the action. Hopefully it'll be a busy morning for us, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the show with all of you. So yeah, welcome to the show. So far, we own, as far as heavies on the north side here at the international gates, we've only got our Air India 777, and we've got a few WestJets also at the U.S. gates. We've had a couple of Air Canada 37 arrivals, and we're just starting off our show. So welcome to the show. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee, grab your morning paper, and I do have an exciting announcement, though, for us. It's our first on-stream live contest here at JetFlix. So we're going to be doing a giveaway live. You're all able to participate in the contest. It requires your participation to win. So I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm really, really excited and really thankful to our sponsor, our first ever sponsor, actually, here at JetFlix on our live shows. So we're kicking off the first of many live giveaways here on the show. You've got to be present to win, and you've got to participate to win. So I'm going to tell you all about that once we get the show on the road. So let's get behind the camera and have an awesome time. So, see, we've got 31 people in the house. Hello, Sebastian. We'll zoom in here. And let me check our flight radar to see what's going on. See what's coming our way. I do see some landing lights in the distance. Hello, Murray. And one Geek Girl loves contests. We all do. We all do. And this will be a game of chance and knowledge. So you have to have an aviation knowledge to be able to win, and chance. So we've got two elements, actually, that'll be required for you to win. Our first arrival, United Airlines, coming in. Speaking of strikes, yeah, United Airlines, their flight attendants are going to be in a strike position pretty soon as well. So it's United Airlines from San Francisco. It's actually operated by SkyWest. It's SkyWest 5462. It's an Embraer 175 setting up for approach here at YVR, Vancouver International. And there they are. So yes, contests. And Andrew Baird, thank you for stepping up to the inner sanctum of being one of the biggest supporters of the channel. That is Andrew Baird, who has gifted one JetFlix membership. Thank you so much, Andrew. And that was picked up by Christopher. Congratulations, Christopher Dennis, for picking up that very kind donation, premium membership provided by Andrew. This is our first arrival of the show. Embraer, about to touch it down beautifully, I must add. Let's see what United Airlines made of. Oh, nice. Nice stuff. Inbound from SFO this morning here landing at Vancouver, runway 26 right. Yeah, United gets the prize for the first arrival of the show. Piece of paper blocking the glare from the window there. He's going to do the 180, probably, right? Yeah, I think he's doing a 180. Indeed. Embraer pulls off a 180. Not wasting any time. Welcome to the show, Gary. Gary Suha is in the house. I'd like to take this opportunity to quickly thank all of our mods, our moderators, for helping out and moderating the show. You guys are rock stars, and definitely appreciate all of your support. We're going to be doing a lunch with our moderators next month. We've got a couple of our moderators that are going to be in town, and maybe we'll do a little bit of a video on that. We're going to meet at one of our Vancouver Airport spotter favorite locations. So Hastings Mill Pub, which is actually not a couple hundred meters away from, well, maybe 500 meters from where I'm standing, not even. It's pretty close. It's got a good view of the north side landings, and that's where we're probably going to head for lunch. Special moderators lunch next month, so we'll tell you all about that. That should be a lot of fun. Got an Air Canada Max taxing out. Maximilian, where's Mr. Max going? Air Canada Max, hang on one second. Bear with me here, I just want to follow it here. Yes, Air Canada, big news, biggest news is the looming pilot strike. Pilots are looking for a catch-up, a 20-year catch-up in wages, wages and benefits and working conditions, but primarily wages. This is primarily a fiscal situation. So Air Canada pilots have been left behind in terms of the pay scales compared to other North American pilots. So they are looking to get caught up. Oh, we've got a flying pencil, Metroliner, about to grease it down here. Nice. Lovely. Rare type. Flying Pencil, Swearingen Metro, operating a cargo service. As I say, I call these flying pencils for obvious reason. Doesn't look like a flying grapefruit. Courier machine. As I say, they're rare. Not too many of these are around these days. There used to be a lot more of them back in the 80s. WestJet taxing. Let's see where the West... Standby one here. I got a lot going on here, folks. The WestJet's heading to Las Vegas, but we've got another lander, so let's bring the landing into sequence. Beach 1900, about to touch down. Is that a Pacific Coastal? Perhaps. Maybe. I think it is. Yes. Calm day. Nice day for a show, actually. We got a lot to talk about today. We've got the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show coming up at the end of the month. We got our very first live giveaway, our live contest here on the show. You've got to be present to win and participate. You have to participate to win, and you got to be present. So that's going to be fun. So here's our WestJet heading to Las Vegas. It was this time last year that their pilots were on the verge of strike. I think they were down for a couple days before the WestJet management settled, which they did. So, if there is a strike at Air Canada, most pundits, as I call them, predict it won't last too long. But let's see if Air Canada management is willing to take it right down to the wire and to cross the Rubicon into strike territory. We'll have to wait and see if they're prepared to cross the Rubicon to the land of strike. It'll be very costly for the airline. Each day that they don't fly is hundreds of millions of dollars of lost revenue. So they have to balance that with the cost of complying with the pilots in their wage catch-up demands. So got to see how that goes. One AvGeek girl has posted the link to the Vancouver Aviation Expo into the chat right now. That's the North Pacific Diecast website. Paresh Ramji is the fellow who's organizing the show. He's a top-notch guy, and that is his website. So if you click on the link, you'll get the full details on the September 29th Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show. I plan to be there, and it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully a lot of you will be able to attend. There's going to be lots of good stuff available for buy, sell, trade. For you AvGeeks that live in Vancouver, it'll be a must-attend event. BizJet, greasing it down and rolling it out. Buckets, Helijet. Nice buckets on their bizjet. Look at that. What a chunky, muscular looking airplane this is. That's a pretty expensive looking aircraft. Look at the size of the engines on that beast. Camouflage color scheme. Yeah, what a machine. What a machine. Hello, ATC Swede, joining us from Sweden. Whereabouts do you live in Sweden, ATC Swede, may I ask? Are you joining us from Malmö? Copenhagen? Just curious. If you could perhaps let us know, that would be awesome. Hello, David Underwood. Nice to see you here, David. Let's bring on the house radio. Did I forget to put the batteries in my scanner? I'll be a monkey's on... No, I didn't. No, batteries are there, so let me just see what's going on here. Stand by. Are they drained? That's weird. I'm not getting any... It's not turning on. But they weren't drained, so I don't know. I'll have to check that in a bit. Why is my scanner not working? It's possible that the batteries... I wonder if I charged the batteries. I'm just wondering, maybe I didn't put them in. We might have to live without an ATC. I'll have to check it out here in just a sec. It won't be the end of the world, but we got engine start. We got engine start. Who's starting engines? Is it air in? Where we got it? Let's have a look here. Let's have a looky-loo. Who's starting engines? Gary says that bizjet came into Masset last month. He has a strange-looking bizjet. Strange-looking bizjet. Well, I guess the batteries are dead on my scanner. That's okay. That's okay. We'll survive. We will survive. So, let's just see if we've got anything coming in. Yeah, we do. We do have a lander, actually. It's Air North from Whitehorse. I don't quite see... Yeah, now I see the landing lights. So, Air North 37, it's the 500. Inbound from Whitehorse, it's flight 501. Is setting up on approach. So, we'll slowly bring our camera around. Bear with me here. And there it is. Oops, that was me. Sorry about that, guys. There's Air North setting up. A bit of, look at that, some contrails coming off their tail. Or their wing. See, that interesting, the vortices there. You can see them. Neat vortice action. Very, very cool. There's definitely moisture in the air with that. The vortices following it pretty much right. Ah, there we go. It lost it at about 100 feet above the ground. Oh no, there it is. There's a vortice. Lovely vortice there. Nice. Nice stuff. Beauty. Very cool. No winglets, old school Boeing. It's an old school Boeing, no winglets. Yeah, nice to see this classic beauty here in Vancouver. Always like to see the classic beauties. Lovely stuff. Top notch. Hello, Westbrook. Okay, so look what's coming out from the Horseshoe. Heavy. We got an Air Canada triple. Let's guess it's going to Toronto. Yeah, it's going to Toronto. It's the Air Canada Flight 34 777-200 heading to Cowtown. Not Cowtown. The Big Smoke. It's going to Toronto. Cowtown. I've got my Canadian nicknames mixed up. And of course, there's a United heading out as well. Okay, ATC's joining us from Gothenburg. I was just curious. Yep, GOT. Yep, Super 4N. That's right. That's right. Oh, we have a nice one there in the background. A blast off. Air Canada climbing up. Let's hope by this time next week it's just as busy for Air Canada and this strike is ancient history and nothing happens. It's 50-50, I think. I think we can call it as a 50-50 possibility. Although Air Canada is starting to take precautions. So they say as soon as tomorrow there could be a number of passengers that are affected with cancellations as Air Canada starts to prepare for strike action. So, yes, it's on the radio here in Canada. It's the top news story for today, and today's the Thursday the 12th, and but by next Wednesday, Air Canada's pilots will be in a legal strike position. They do need to give 72-hour notice, 3 days. So it means this weekend things could really start to become apparent in the Air Canada schedule. Flights could start to get delayed, canceled, etc. So what do we know? What we've heard is that Air Canada's not really announcing any protection on other airlines' flights for passengers. So it may happen, but it's certainly not a given, not something that can be expected and counted on. That's play it by ear stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, but there's definitely no promise that Air Canada is going to be protecting passengers on other airlines. It's just a matter of if your flight is canceled or delayed, you're being encouraged to simply contact Air Canada's call center by email or telephone. Obviously, the lines are going to be mobbed. I know that there's not much the staff can really do it or say at this point. They know as little as you and I, and we're all just going to have to wait and see how the situation plays out, and if the airline does stop flying, we can only hope that it is a short situation. So we'll play it by ear. Hello, Animwa Spotting and DW. Nice to see you here, and Milo. Good to see you here, Milo. So we've got a WestJet 37 that's about to start engines from one of the U.S. gates. Where is it? I just saw it right about there in Iceland Air as well. Yeah, so here we have WestJet starting to taxi. Let's see where this aircraft is. This is WestJet 1762, actually, taxiing. Flight radar doesn't actually report where it's going at this point, but maybe they will in a bit. So, but it is 1762. We've got the Iceland Air looking quite nice in the background. Very nice. Flat light, but it's actually quite good for video. Quite good for video. So as I was saying, today is the day that we're going to have our very first live contest. Our first live giveaway here on our show. We have our first sponsor, and our first giveaway. So isn't that exciting? Very exciting. And I'm going to tell you all about that. If you're an airline fan, you're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to participate in our contest. So it's not going to be it's going to be fun. It's not going to be just random. You have to answer a question and get it right in order to win. So can't wait. This is going to be super fun. And one of you is going to be a winner. So WestJet new colors. Max. Andrew, thank you so very much, Andrew. Andrew has not been one to sit back and relax. He has given another one. He's given another JetFlix membership, and that was picked up by Westbrook. Wow. Andrew, thank you so very much. And another one, which was picked up. Andrew has actually gifted a total of three memberships. And Christopher Dennis, congratulations on picking up one. And Sebastian Echevarria, congratulations on number 2. And number 3 was picked up by Westbrook. So I'd like to congratulate you guys. And special thanks, mega thanks, very grateful. Thank you, Andrew Baird, for your awesome, generous support to the channel. Those of you that have picked up the memberships, you have access to our premium content. You have access to our special emojis that are here on the show. And wow, Hans Olaf Mork, member for 1 month. Congratulations, Hans, who joins us from Norway. I'm a longtime subscriber of the channel. Thank you so much, Hans. Very much appreciate that, Hans, and congratulations. We got another lander here, guys. Let's see who this is. It's an Air Canada. It's Max. Early taxiways. Vancouver Island in the distance there. Yeah, it's flat light, but it's actually quite good light for video, right? Because we don't have the backlight situation. Got another lander, so I'm just going to slowly bring the camera around because we do have another lander. Let me just figure out what it is, and I'll be with you guys in just a second here if I can get that to pop. Did I lose my connection? No, I didn't. So I don't know. Yeah, bear with us. I didn't lose my connection, but I can't quite figure out my flight radar right now, so just stand by. WestJet. Very neat. reason my iPhone number 2 isn't giving me my flight radar stats, so I'm not quite able to call them until I actually get that connection to start working again. Shows connected, actually. Shows, yeah, interesting. Oh well. Yeah, you guys might have to help me by calling out where the flights are coming from, because for whatever, I can't get my that to work right now. Another Air Canada Max coming in here. YVR Live. This is JetFlix. This is the JetFlix channel on YouTube. My name is Henry Tenby. Okay, lots of aircraft coming in here. Let's see if I can somehow get my Wi-Fi to work on the other phone. Yeah, it definitely says I'm connected, but flight radar doesn't want to populate with info, which is most peculiar. Reopen the app. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, Q400 landing. See, the temperature's a lot cooler than it was a week or two ago. Reverse pitch on the props. Okay, so my flight radar's back now. We got a heavy, folks. It's heavy time. First heavy of the show, I think. From Montreal, it's an Air Canada A330. It's flight 301. So our radar is back in black. So Air Canada's setting up with the first heavy of the show. Yeah, nice. Thank you, one AvGeek girl, for the help with the flight details, and welcome to the show, Etienne Joseph. Let's go in a bit tighter on this. Ooh yeah, double smoke. Smoking nicely. Nice bit of bounce on the nose. windsock working overtime, taking care of business. It's going to go to the horseshoe. Yeah, I'm guessing horseshoe. Circuitous route. Saw a rotation right there. WestJet blasting off on the south side. Okay, and Air Canada's Montreal service, the A330, is definitely heading into the horseshoe. You're watching JetFlix. This is YVR Live, Vancouver International Airport. The 12th of September. Yesterday was 11th of September, 9/11. Oh, we just had a little bizjet land here. Oh, I was following that bus in. There's the little bizjet that came in. Strange looking thing, isn't it? Look how far the wing is down from, it's like a little egg. It's like they took an egg and they added a nose and tail onto it. It's a strange looking aircraft. Very strange. Not a thing of beauty. Got another aircraft on approach, possibly another bizjet. I think it is. Yeah, or is it a CRJ? It's a CRJ. Yeah, it is. Air Canada Jazz. Guys saw the video from a couple days ago of the Delta Airlines with the CRJ that got its tail knocked off. It was a bit. All I can say is glad that happened on the ground and glad there were no injuries. The tail just came off like it was made out of paper. It snapped off. Okay, so we got another lander. Let's just see what it is. from Denver, United Airlines Flight 1388. It's an Airbus. It's an Airbus 320. Zoom in on it. There it is. Focus. Better. Very neat. Looking good. We'll go nice and tight for the landing. Landing, so I'll move the camera around in a second. I'm going to see who it is. Our next landing is an Embraer 75. It's SkyWest 4081 from Seattle. So, departed 35 minutes ago. Delta Airlines flight. So I'll bring the camera around in just a second for that. And it's getting pretty close. So bear with me here for a sec. Yes, Venkman said it. Please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button if you're watching our channel. If you're a lurker and you haven't yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified whenever we upload new content and or whenever we are going live, which is pretty much most Thursdays at 9 a.m. Pacific time when I'm not traveling and when the weather cooperates. Obviously, if it's lashing down with rain, we're not going to be able to do the show. But if the weather's good and I'm not out of town, it's Thursdays, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Non-standard nose, it looks like, on this airplane. Funny colors there. Looks like a United Airlines nose. I think it is a United Airlines nose. Yeah, it's United Airlines nose cone. Looks different. And we've got United Air WestJet taxiing out. And we got another aircraft on approach. Flair from Toronto, Flair 601. We got a little bit of time, so we can follow the WestJet here. The weather's cooler and the battery doesn't have the endurance. The battery's down to 50%. That fast, believe it or not. We're only 35 minutes into the show. And yeah, so yeah, it's cooler. Definitely, when it's cooler, the battery on the camera doesn't last as long. That's how it works. So we'll have to change the battery sooner. So yeah, this is Flair, Flight 601 in from Toronto. our United Airlines nose-coned Delta Embraer. And our other United Airlines taxiing to the gate right about there. Going to gate 74, U.S. departure gate. Yes, they are. You can see they're marshalling him in right there. And we do have another aircraft on approach. It's a Q400 coming from Comox, the Comox Valley. Hello, Viking 1 Aviation. Yes, the non-standard nose cone is from United Airlines. That's right. Bit different. Bit different. I'll take the camera around to our Comox arrival here in just a second. Yeah, it's cooler. Definitely cooler here in Vancouver. We've broken the back of summer. Yeah, down to like high single digits at night. We're expecting a high of about 18 today. It's about 12 right now, 12, 13, somewhere thereabouts. So, not hot anymore, and I'm wearing multiple layers, so. And there's our Q400. Arriving from Comox, home of CFB Comox on Vancouver Island. Toothpaste scheme. Very long. Very long. Right to the bitter end. Right to the bitter end. Yeah. Do they use a giant toothbrush? Do they floss? That's another question. Do they floss the airplanes? That's right. Gotta watch out for that build-up. Cindy at 34 says it's cloudy in southern Oregon, 17 Celsius, 63 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I think we're a tad cooler than that here. Maybe not by much, but definitely we're not toasty anymore. So as I say, we're having our very first live contest here on our show today, with special thanks to our very first sponsor as well. So you've got to be present to win, and you've got to participate to win, of course. So looking forward to that. I might tell you about it in just a second, actually. So to start to build the hype. Batteries at 43%. Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of a break, so I think I can tell you guys about our contest. So let's just get that organized here. I'll open up the camera just a tad and show you guys what our first contest is all about. Well, okay, I'd like to thank Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards for being our very first sponsor. Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards produces a range of aviation trading cards. These are trading cards, just like baseball or hockey trading cards. There's now aviation and airline trading cards, and one of the biggest and best aviation trading card producers is Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards, and I'll just show you. We're going to be we're going to be giving away, as part of our contest, a set. I think there are 93 cards in this set. There are 93 different cards in here. We're going to mail it to you wherever you are on planet Earth if you're the winner of the contest. But have a look at these cards. They're beautifully produced. On the back of the cards, you have the airline specifications, a diagram of the airplane, etc. Some very nice artwork. Kenya Airways. Here's an Embraer A320, Spirit Airlines. They're beautifully done, and each card is uniquely numbered. So have a look at these, guys. This is Avianca, Dreamliner, Spirit Airlines, A320. They've produced many. National Airlines, 747. Belavia. What is that? I don't know what that type. That's an Embraer. Look at that, beautiful. Kenya Airways, Dreamliner. They're gorgeous. These are very neat things to have. Whaling, Airbus. Isn't that? Look at that. American Airlines, 737 in the retro scheme of TWA. That's a good-looking airplane, actually. This airplane comes into Vancouver on our show. We see the Alaska 737s. Very cool. Thai International A330. Yeah, so these are just, some samplings of the cards. And we're giving away a whole set of 90 of these special cards. So they're produced by, as I say, Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards. And they don't even have a website. But if you want to buy their cards, if you're interested in learning more, just Google Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards, and they do have a shop on Etsy and on eBay, and you'll find it, and you'll have a look at all their cards. I don't know if you can see it, but that's this is their. You may not, it's probably not going to be able to pick that up. That's their Etsy QR code, and their website is tallyhoatc@gmail.com. I'd like to thank AJ, my good friend AJ Smith, for being our very first sponsor and sending us a bunch of these cards to give away as our first live contest. So you'll be able to win this entire set of, I think there's 90 odd cards in here. And they're, as I say, they're beautifully done. Very beautifully done. And as I say, AJ takes great pride in his cards being printed on really high quality paper. They're good and thick, high quality GSM paper. And on the back of each card, you've got a logo and certain information. So, yeah, there's a diagram of the aircraft. So, wherever you are on planet Earth, if you're the winner of the contest, you are going to receive this. We're going to mail it to you. So how is the contest going to work? You're probably curious about how the contest is going to work. I'll explain that in a bit. So, but you do have to be present to win. So let's check out our next aircraft that's arriving right now. We've got another lander here on our show, guys. It is a heavy. It's Air Canada Flight 189. It's a 777-300 coming in from Toronto. There it is, looking awesome. See if I can go a bit tighter on that. I have zoom out, I guess, to get it there. Slowly do the zoom in, because it's got contrails too. It's too bad that whenever I try to zoom in fully, I just can't do it. That is a bummer. Zoom out and in. In. Trying my best here. Rolling to the end, inbound from Toronto. Battery is at 33%, so I'm watching the battery well. Excellent. Excellent. One AvGeek girl has posted the Etsy shop for Tally Ho Aviation trading cards. So Tally Ho Aviation trading cards, as I say, is probably the best producer of aviation trading cards. Aviation trading cards are a big thing. When it comes to trading cards, it's a big industry. Of course, sports and hockey and all that kind of stuff, and that's oh boy, trading cards, I'm not really an expert on them. I just know that a lot of movies and Moana and all kinds of, there's Disney. It's a huge industry, and there are now people that are big into aviation trading cards, and Tally Ho Aviation is one of the biggest in the aviation space, and they are sponsoring this show. They're sponsoring this this giveaway that we're doing today. And I know a lot of pilots buy trading cards, aviation trading cards, of the aircraft that they fly from Tally Ho, which is run by AJ. He's here in the chat right now. And pilots like having the trading cards because they give them away to interested people they meet. So, hello, Alex Arndt. So, they're fun to have, trading cards, and as I say, a lot of pilots order the trading cards of the aircraft that they fly. And then whenever people come to the flight deck or they meet certain passengers that show an interest in aviation, they will give these flying cards to people that they meet. So, and they're limited edition. They're not printed in huge numbers, and once they're gone, they're gone. So they're obviously going to become more collectible. And we're going to be doing Tally Ho Aviation and JetFlix are going to be doing a joint. We're going to produce a JetFlix series of JetFlix trading cards. To give it a try, we're going to see what it's like. We're going to produce some very special Canadian-themed playing cards, historic themes. So we're working on that, and of course, you guys will be able to. They'll be offered to you guys first. And I'm thinking our first set will be an Air Canada historic set of playing cards. So that's it's in the works. So, and Venkman gifted one JetFlix membership. Etienne Joseph picked it up. Awesome. Viking 1 says, what location is this? This is the north side location. We're at the center point on the north side of Vancouver International Airport. And we're, as I say, we're at the center point of the runway on the north side. It's one of our 3 locations here at YVR. This location, it was closed for a period of time, reopened. So it's, who knows how long it'll exist, but we had it for a number of years. They're building a new road here, and they closed it, they opened it. We'll just have to play it by ear. But for now, it's open and available to us. It's just accessed on the north side service road out to Iona Beach. You can easily see where I'm standing just by opening up a Google map. Battery's at 26%, so I am watching the battery. Another aircraft landing, actually. Okay, let's bring the camera around because, as I say, it's coming quite fast and furious at us. This is from Montreal. It's Porter Airlines arriving from Montreal. Porter Airlines flight 373. Battery's at 24%. Look who's pushing back. Beautiful. Air India's pushing back. For Delhi. We're going to get that hum of the engine start any second here. Probably right about now. Yeah, there's the hum. The hum's starting. That's starting right now. Beautiful. Etienne Joseph, thank you, Etienne, for gifting 1 JetFlix membership. Very much appreciate your support. And ATC Swede, congratulations for picking up that gifted membership from Etienne. And hello, David W's Train Videos. Thanks for joining. Got another aircraft landing. Two, lots of aircraft landing. United Airlines from Dulles Airport in Washington. We'll quickly get our United Airlines. Inbound from Washington, as some people call it. Let's get back to our Air India because lots happening here. We'll watch Air India disconnect and push off. Nice. So again, Venkman, thank you so much, Venkman, for gifting a JetFlix membership. That was picked up, and congratulations to Etienne Joseph. And then Etienne Joseph himself gifted one JetFlix membership, and that was picked up by ATC Swede. So very much appreciate all the help, guys. Awesome. Okay, let's get this landing. We got another landing. Looks like a Q400, actually. Have to check to see where this is arriving from that Q400. The Q400 that just arrived is from Fort St. John, actually. For those of you that are curious ducks. So yeah, here we have Air India starting up engines. They're going to Delhi. And oh, speaking of ducks, we have ODuck22 in the house. ODuck22 says, I hope this channel keeps growing. It's great quality and a host with a great radio station voice. Thank you. Great radio. That I wasn't aware of. But thank you very much for the kind words. ODuck says, I used to fly Q400 with my dad at Alaska Horizon Air. So I love watching. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, Horizon. Well, Horizon used to bring their Q400s into here, into Vancouver, up until, when they replaced them with the Embraers. When was that? I guess about a year ago, maybe, or was it 2 years ago? I'm losing track, but it's been a year or two at least. But we had the Horizon Q400s coming into Vancouver quite a few times a day. But yeah, thanks for joining, ODuck. And please do subscribe to our channel as well. That would be awesome. Just hit that subscribe button. Our battery's at 14%, so I am watching it like a hawk. Once the Air India kind of taxis away here, I think I'll do the battery change. So I'm watching it very, very carefully. And I'm going to tell you guys, once we get the battery change done, I'll tell you more about our contest. Our airline trading card contest. We're going to be doing a contest, and we're going to give away a set of 90 aviation trading cards produced by Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards. So that's an awesome gift. We're going to mail it to the winner wherever they happen to be. And I'd like to thank Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards for being our very first sponsor on our show. So that's awesome. Huge thank you to Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards. They are the producer of the world's finest and biggest selection of aviation trading cards. So, great honor to have Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards here with us today on September the 12th, 2024. Here at the YVR live show on the JetFlix channel. So, yes. Let's do our battery change. Let's get it done here, and might as well, because it's just gone down to 12%. So I don't want to tempt fate. So let's just get it done, and then we'll have it done. We'll have it behind us. So just give me a second here, guys. Okay, so let's do a countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to change the battery, and I'll be back in just 1 second. Don't go away. So we just did a battery change. So just wanted to get that done while we had a breather there. And we can now see where the Air India is at. Right there. Still trundling along, making its way. Okay. Nope, that's me. Sorry. That's me moving the camera. My apologies. My apologies on that, folks. So yeah, now that we've got the battery back, once the Air India's kind of made the turn around the corner there, I'll tell you about how our contest is going to work today. So it's going to be fun. Everybody's got a chance to win. And if we don't have a winner on the first run through, we're going to have a second run through. We'll just keep going until we get a winner. So that's how it's going to work. It's going to be fun. And Odex says, I flew into Edmonton once and had to drive the worst blizzard to Calgary. Oh, yeah, that sounds brutal. Yeah, they can definitely have brutal blizzards in Alberta, that's for sure. And between Edmonton and Calgary, that's blizzard country for sure. Fastest battery changer in the West. Probably the only battery changer in the West, too. But yes, thank you for that. There's India making the turn. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys. Let's just, we got a little bit of time here, so just bear with me. And I'll bring the camera into position, and I'm going to tell you about our contest. So, this is how it's going to work. So, what we're going to do is, our contest, we're going to give away a full set of over 90 of these aviation trading cards from Tally Ho Aviation trading cards. So these are very cool aviation trading cards that are produced by Tally Ho Aviation, and just like sports trading cards and Disney trading cards and all those other trading card themes, there are now aviation trading cards. And the biggest producer of aviation trading cards is Tally Ho Aviation trading cards, giving away a full set. We're going to mail it to the winner, and the way it's going to work is like this. I have a piece of paper here. On this piece of paper, I have an airliner type written down. Okay, that name is written on this piece of paper. The first person, when we're going to start the contest, and then the first person that responds with the correct name of the aircraft, the airliner that's written on this piece of paper, will win the set. So you only get to try once. So it's going to be one per person. You're just going to name whatever aircraft type you think is written on this piece of paper. We're going to let it run for a bit, and we're going to see if we have a winner. And if we don't, we'll do a second round. So that's how it's going to work. We're going to just have fun with it. So again, there's a piece of paper here. I've written down a name of an airliner type, and whoever guesses it is going to win the set. So don't start yet, but you can start thinking about what aircraft type you're going to think is written on the piece of paper. So I hope that's clear. But we're not there yet. But that's how the contest is going to operate. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to have fun with it. Got a WestJet 37 taxiing, I think, or they're towing it actually, right there. Well, thank you very much, ATC Swede. You've made a wonderful donation, 129 Swedish kroner. Thank you very much for the 129 Swedish kroner donation. And ATC Swede says, great show. I appreciate that. Well, we're having a fun time, right? That's what it's all about. We're at the airport, having fun, relaxing, and just watching what's happening here at YVR. So it's wonderful. That's what it's all about. Well, welcome to the show, Mohammed, joining us from Nasiriyah, Iraq. I think, my goodness, you must be our very first Iraq-based viewer. Thank you very much, Mohammed. That's awesome. You guys have interesting aviation in Iraq as well. I know there's a number of interesting airlines that have started up operations in Iraq, and I've seen some of them in Istanbul myself with my own eyes. So there's pretty regular airline service between Iraq and Istanbul. And as I say, there have been a number of neat airlines that started up and are operating out of Iraq. So Thea, thank you for joining the show. That's awesome. So yeah, we're going to be doing our contest in a bit. So start thinking about what aircraft type you will name as your guess as to what I've written on that piece of paper. Before I left my office to come out to the show, I thought of an airliner type. It's not an aircraft, it's an airliner. So that helps you out a little bit. It is an airliner. And you just have to guess what I've written down on that piece of paper, and you'll win the set. It's actually going to be the first person to name that type will win it. So you can't just, it's one guess per person. One guess per person. That's how it works. Got another lander here, guys. WestJet. WestJet's coming in. Set up very nicely. Spoilers, nose down, rolling out nicely. There's the buckets. Wing wobble there. We've got a lot to talk about, actually. We do have a lot to talk about on this particular show, because we do have the looming Air Canada pilot strike. And the effects of that strike will maybe start to appear this weekend. Next Wednesday, I think it's the 17th, Air Canada pilots will be in a legal strike position, and they need to give 72-hour notice of their strike. So by this weekend, Air Canada has already announced that pilots or flights will start to be canceled, delayed, and we really can't predict the extent to which that's going to happen, but it may happen. So passengers have been warned to brace and be prepared, and to expect all eventualities. Be ready, be prepared, expect all eventualities for a possible strike. So it could happen. We just have to play it by ear. WestJet's taxiing back. This WestJet 37 is... oh, we got another lander, actually. We got another lander. SkyWest flight 3742 from Seattle. I'll bring the camera around. Right now, there it is. There it is, SkyWest, inbound from Seattle. Welcome to the show, Mixtra A350. Nice stuff. Nice looking Embraer, baby Embraer as I call it. Oh, there goes Air India's fast. It's Air India on their way to Delhi. Yeah, on their way to Delhi. Okay, back to the ground. Where's my airplane? Where is my airplane? There we go. Inbound from Seattle Tacoma Airport. It's SkyWest flight 3742, an Embraer 175. Welcome to the show, Father Norman. Nice to see you. Wow, some Typhoon Eurofighters in the UK. David says, my question for the contest, is it just the type 737 or is it detailed 737-800? It's going to have to be specific, right? It's going to have to be specific, because I'll just leave it at that. You won't win with yeah, how do I say it? There are many different types of 737s. There's 737 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. No, you're going to have to be specific. But there are certain aircraft types that there are not different models. So really, all I can say is you just have to guess the type. There are some aircraft that are not known for their different types. Others are. I'll just make the assessment. Whoever gets it, you'll see what's written on the piece of paper, and it'll make sense to you. If you guess what it is, you'll win, right? The contest might go fast. It might go slow. Oh, here comes the nose cone airplane. So. But I'll try to help you along the way a bit, maybe. So, we'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Looks good, actually. Taxing out. I wouldn't have the contest, I'll just say this, with an easy win of just 737. I'll leave it at that. That's too simple. So that's your hint. When we run the contest, I'll give you another small hint, and then we'll see what happens. So, you got a lander. Andrew Baird, thank you, Andrew, gifted another JetFlix membership, and David W's train video won it. Congratulations. And we got a 37 landing. No, it's another Embraer. This is from Seattle, Alaska SkyWest. A lot of flights from Seattle this morning, more so than anywhere else, I would say. A lot of flights from Seattle. Yeah, it's going to be fun to do the contest, because I'll put myself on the camera, and you guys are going to start listing off, and I'll just say no, no, no. So, and it's going to be 1 vote per person, and then if we just, I don't know how many of you are going to participate, 20, 30, 50, 100. If we don't have a winner, and maybe a few minutes have gone by, then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give you guys a hint, a big hint, and we're going to start from the beginning. People can have, you're gonna be able to give a second guess, and we're just gonna keep going until we find a winner. And I'll keep giving hints until we find a winner. So we're gonna just kind of play it by the seat of our pants until we get a winner. So that's how it's gonna work. And I should say, this is the first of many contests. So we're gonna have more contests like this. And I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Our very first corporate sponsor, if you will, is Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards. And Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards has donated a set of 90 of their aviation trading cards. I believe it's 90 in that pack. So it's going to be a great gift, great fun gift for somebody to enjoy. And you can put these cards into, you can buy clear plastic pages that are specially made for trading cards. They're standard size trading cards. And you can put the cards into those clear pages and display them. And they're a fun thing to collect. Kids like them. They're just nice. It's a nice thing. Okay, we got a heavy. It's from Narita. It's Air Canada Flight 4 from Narita. So let's go get it. Right there. There it is. Zoom in a bit more if I can. Yeah, there we go. Flight 4 from Narita, Japan. Some contrail coming off the wing. Vortice. Got some neat vortice action there. Yeah, vortices. Cool vortices. Oh yeah, what a claps down. What a claps down. You needed to have your seatbelt on securely for that landing. That was a hell of a claps down. The landing gear were earning their keep this morning for Air Canada Flight 4 from Narita. Some nice squeaky brakes for us. Squeaky City. Squeak away. That was a very, very positive contact landing. Yeah, that wasn't a greaser. That was a smackdown. That was a smackdown if I've ever seen one. Wow. Wow. Let's have a look here. What's our next arrival? I see landing lights out there. 2 more aircraft. We've got 2 aircraft in the pipe. 3 airplanes in the pipe, actually. We've got a CRJ from Edmonton, followed by a 320 from Las Vegas, Air Canada, followed by a WestJet from Toronto. So we got 3 aircraft coming our way in sequential order. So when we get a bit of a breather, we're going to run our contest. So start thinking about the airplane that you want to name for your selection. But we are going to have a winner. And I'm not going to choose a common aircraft type. That's another hint, right? Not something really common. So like we had somebody say, oh, 737. I wouldn't have selected the 3 letters 737 as the contest winner. That is too easy. So you're going to have to put on your thinking caps a bit more than that. You're going to have to get a little bit creative and think about something quite special, something unique that you think is going to be the winner for today. And as I say, I'll throw out a few niblets of tips, of hints to help you guys until we arrive at a winner. Got another lander. This is it. Let's just bring the camera around for the next lander, because I kind of missed the CRJ because we were following the heavy. Here's the 320. The other one's a little bit ways away. I've got the landing lights and visual contact, but it's still a bit far away. So yeah, the lander is followed by a heavy, actually. The lander's from Toronto, flight 705, but behind it we've got an Air Canada Dreamliner in from Toronto. So some good action coming our way here, guys. So we're not shy about it. We love our action. Definitely love our action. Especially our heavies. So I'll bring the camera around now to the WestJet. The Wedgie Jet. There's the Wedgie Jet. The WestJet is coming from Toronto. It's a WestJet 705. 37, obviously. Go a little bit tight there for it. There we go. Okay, so the heavy I see in the distance there, it's still a little bit of ways away, so we've got a few seconds. It's from Toronto. It's Air Canada Flight 107, Dreamliner, departed Toronto 4 hours and 10 minutes ago. We're going to bring the camera around to it now. Thank you, Thomas. Have I flown on any HS-748s, asks Wes. Yes, if you look in my videos on the JetFlix channel here on YouTube, you'll see a number of HS-748 videos. And I've had many HS-748 flights. So all you have to do is plug in the keyword HS-748, and you'll find quite a few HS-748 videos showing the various HS-748s I've flown on. I've got quite a bit of HS-748 content actually here on the channel. Airlines would include Air North, First Air, Oh boy, there quite a few. But you'll see them. Most of it's Air North HS748 flying. Trying to think. Yeah, so I've flown Air North 748. Yeah, First Air. Norcan Air, which was an Austin Airways aircraft. I've flown. Oh no, there was a startup in Alberta with a 748 as well that I flew. What the heck was that company's name? I have to check my logbook. They didn't last long, but I've done a lot of filming of HS748s as well. Oh, Calm Air, of course, I flew with Calm Air, and I've got video on many HS748s. So yeah, it's fantastic airplane. I love the 748. Huge fan of the 748 as well. And as I say, I've got a lot of video content on the HS748. We've got two Q400s with the CRJ first. Let's get the CRJ. There it is. Flying very nicely. Okay, here comes a Q400 landing right now. So we'll gently bring the camera around to the landing Q400. There it is. WestJet. Well, there's a small airplane landing. Don't know what it is, but we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it. Saab 340, yeah, Saab 340. Pacific Coastal Saab 340. That's what that is. Skier on the tail. Don't think I've ever seen that logo before, to be honest. Have I? I don't know. I don't think so. Might be different or new with a skier on the tail. That looks like a Hawker Siddeley 748 too. It has similar lines to the 748. It's like a baby HS 748. Okay, we got another lander. Let's bring it around. Where is it? Right. There we go. Alaska. Of course, it's from Seattle. Maybe Portland. I'll have to check, but I'm guessing it's Seattle. Dime. Yes. He's turning on a dime. And we got another lander. Surprise, surprise. It's Air Canada 105 from Toronto. It's an A320. No, A321 actually. It's an A321 in from Toronto. Portland, thank you, Kirsten. Portland. Yeah, a lot of arrivals from the States this morning. Both Portland, well, tons from Seattle. Seattle gets the prize for the most number of inbound flights to Vancouver on our show this morning. So this is Air Canada 105 A321 from Toronto. Landing. These guys were in the air 4 hours and 29 minutes. Quite a long flight from Toronto. 4.5 hours. A bit of a long flight. Bit of a long flight. What else have we got coming in? I have to check the flight radar in just a second. Let's have a look. Our next landing is in a few minutes. It is from Ottawa. It's Porter. Embraer 195 from Ottawa. Yeah. So that's good. Hello, Roberto Godfrey. Welcome to the show. mosquitoes around this morning. I did spray myself. But they're literally nipping at my heels and ankle right now. Our next lander, yes, is that Porter flight, which is just about here. Let's move the camera into position. Yeah, let the Porter get a little bit closer to us. Looks like they're hooking up a tow bar, getting ready to push this WestJet back. Yeah. Okay, the Porter is getting closer, so let's get the Porter. Inbound from Ottawa Uplands Airport. Good braking action. Slowing down quite quickly. Might make the close no, second taxiway maybe though, I think. Yeah, made the second taxiway. Our WestJet is pushing back over here, right there. Wonder where this WestJet's going. Let's see if we can figure it out. The WestJet, yeah, the WestJet's going. This WestJet's going to Cancun, Mexico. It's WestJet flight 2056. Yeah, heading to Cancun. Disconnect it right there. Yeah, pretty busy. Usual stuff, obviously, but Roberto says, fun fact, the 777 burns $100,000 of fuel from Vancouver to Asia. Oh, I believe it. Easy. Yeah. So our next arrival is United Airlines flight 1958 from Chicago. It's a 737-800, and it departed Chicago 3 hours and 33 minutes ago. So a bit of a long flight. So you know what? I think after this United flight, we can have our first run at the contest. So we're gonna do our contest. We're gonna have our first attempt to see if we can find a winner of this set of I believe it's over 90 aviation airliner trading cards produced by Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards. The way it's gonna work is we're gonna get one guess per person. So you've got to type in to the chat what you think I have written on the piece of paper as the airliner commercial aircraft type. And as I said, I don't want to give too many hints away. When the first person that gets close enough that for me to announce a winner is it, that'll be it. But it's not 737, so not going to be that generic for you guys. So otherwise, it would be guessed within a second. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging than 737. So that's it, right? And it's not going to be so specific that you've got to say it's a 747-475. Like, you don't have to give the customer number of the Boeing type. That's too specific. So that's just kind of how it is. Chicago has arrived in the house. For it. No, we got a Saab 340 WestJet, which is actually operated by Pacific Coastal. It's a Saab 340 coming in from Cranbrook. Behind that, we've got Air Canada from Newark. So, but I think we can still probably in a bit take a stab at this contest. Here comes this 37 heading to Cancun. We're going to have a lot of fun with these contests. A lot of fun. This Boeing's heading to Cancun, Mexico. So guys, if you got your thinking caps on, there's 147 people watching now. So there's potentially one person out of 147 is going to win the prize. So we're going to start it here in just a sec. So let's bring the camera around. I've got 42% on the battery, so I think we got good juice remaining. I'm going to open it up and let's just start talking about this. So here we go. This is the contest. I've got a piece of paper here. I've written an aircraft type on this piece of paper, guys, okay? I wrote the aircraft type in my office before I drove here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is a contest for this package, this set. I believe there's about 90 airline playing cards in here. They are produced by Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards. So special thanks to our first prize sponsor, Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards. Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards is the world's largest publisher of aviation trading cards. These are very beautiful cards that are printed on very high quality paper. They're very well done, and many of the cards are numbered, and they are limited productions. So they're fun things. They're just neat cards. They're neat, very cool. So it's a set of 90. Aviation trading cards are pretty new, and Tally Ho is the world's biggest producer. I know they have an Etsy shop and an eBay shop. They don't even have a website. They sell them through Etsy, and they sell them through Etsy, and they sell them through their eBay store. Thanks to Tally Ho Aviation Cards, we're doing our very first live giveaway. So the way it's going to work, I'm going to grab my phone, okay? And I'm going to have it here in my hand, and I'm going to see what you guys have guessed that I've written on this piece of paper. So the first person that gets it, or that gets closest to it, I'll announce as the winner. So let me grab my phone, and I'm going to give you guys some hints as well. So okay. So I've got my phone here, okay? I'm going to give you guys a bit of a hint. So, and I'm going to say go, and you guys are just going to start to name the aircraft that you select as what I've written down on that piece of paper. The first person that wins it, or that matches what I've written on the piece of paper, I'll announce as the winner, and then you'll email me your address, and we're going to mail you the prize. That's how it's going to work. But I'm going to give a few hints, okay? Going to give a few hints to get you going. It's not 737. 737 is not the right answer. So we're talking about a commercial aircraft type. It's a type that I like. Okay, that's another hint. And what else can I tell you? It's a commuter. It's a commuter type. It's a type that I like. And it's a type that we've seen on the show. So with that, let's start. Guys, let's start and see who comes up with the right answer. So Gerard Smith says Avro. No, it's not an Avro. Andrew Baird says 880. Spotter says Convair 580. No, that's not it. Tony Rivers de Havilland Comet. No. Lee says Dash 8. No. Mixture says Embraer. No. You guys are doing well though. CRJ 700. No. Jim Jam Bird says Beach 1900D as a commuter type. No, not quite. You guys are close. Hang on. Martin Davidson is the winner. Congratulations, Martin Davidson. Wow. Martin Davidson is the winner. Martin Davidson said DHC-6 Twin Otter. Very good. That was fast. Guys. Wow. Congratulations, Martin Davidson. Wonderful. Wow. So, Martin, what you'd want to do is just send me an email to henrytenby@gmail.com. That's my email address. Send me your address. We're gonna mail it to you. There you go, guys. This was fun, but we're gonna have more contests. This is just the start of the contest. We're gonna try to do a contest every show now for the next little while. And congratulations, Martin. Okay. This is a complete set, I believe. Well, it's one of the sets. There's, I believe, 90 cards in here. These are aviation trading cards produced by Tally Ho Aviation Images. And we're going to mail it to Martin. And Tally Ho, special thanks to AJ at Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards for helping us come up with this idea of making things a bit fun and giving some excitement in the show. And Tally Ho Aviation Cards sells on eBay. They have an Etsy store, and they're the world's largest and biggest and best producers of aviation trading cards. And they're just fun things. And in partnership with Tally Ho, we're going to produce a JetFlix aviation trading card set. And it's going to be a Canadian Airline historic trading card set. I'm leaning towards Air Canada TCA set. So I'll keep you guys updated on it. Might be CP Air, I don't know, maybe Pacific Western. But I'm going to keep you guys updated on it. And we're going to, that's going to be a fun thing that we're going to do. But I want to congratulate Martin as being our very first winner of one of our contests. And we're going to have another contest next week as well. So stay tuned for that. It's fun stuff, these contests. And we're going to have one next week. So we got a lander right now coming in. I thought we were going to go longer than that. I thought it was going to take longer, but no, Martin just hit the ball out of the ballpark there. That was fantastic. Congratulations, Martin Davidson. So yeah, again, Martin, if you want to send an email to me, Henry Tenby at gmail.com. That's Henry Tenby at gmail.com. Just send me an email with your address, and we'll get your prize in the mail to you right away. And if you're interested in learning more about the range of aviation trading cards that are available by Tally Ho, you can visit their Etsy store or their eBay store. And as I say, their trading cards are very popular with pilots, and we are going to come up with a JetFlix trading card set. And it's going to be a historic Canadian Airlines themed historic set. So we're going to keep you all apprised on that, and that'll be a fun thing that we make just as an experiment to see how it goes, to see if it's popular. Oh, we just had a flare land. I missed it, unfortunately. It does happen, right? Usually once I miss a couple planes every show, but is what it is. There's a London Drugs helicopter somewhere here. Wow, I missed it. Wow. Anyhow, got another lander coming in. Let's see what this one is. Lots of aircraft coming in here now. This is from Mexico City, Air Canada Flight 997 from Mexico City. Yes, so Tally Ho has given us a number of cards to give away as gifts and contests. So we're going to do another contest next week. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. This is Mexico City arriving in Vancouver. It's nice and slow. We can have a look at the flight deck. Let me just check the chat, guys. Roberto says, I love the contest idea. It's fun. I agree. It's just a fun thing to do. And again, One Avgeek Girl, thank you very much for publishing the link to the Tally Ho Aviation Trading Card Etsy shop. So check that out. Check that out. Have a look at all their beautiful work, right? They produce really, really nice cards, great photos, and it's an honor to have Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards as our first corporate sponsor and contest partner. So We've got other exciting gift and actually exciting contests that are going to be coming to you here on our channel. So I can't wait to tell you more about it on our next show, actually. That's a neat brake squeak there. Squeaky brake. Squeaky brake gets the wheel, or squeaky wheel gets the grease. Yeah, something like that. That's a nice view. Canadian airline situation in Canada. What, all the carriers were there, kind of, right there in that scene. Okay, we got a Q400 landing. Battery's at 30%, so kind of have to watch it. I've got a spare battery in my pocket ready to go. Yeah, because the weather, the temperature is cooler, it's not summer anymore. The batteries don't last as long on the camera, on the video camera. I do have some public service announcements, kind of, regarding our Vancouver Aviation Collectible show that's coming up. I'll tell you guys about that in just a second. Maybe now. Just let me grab the flyer here for the show, and I'll just tell you guys about it. Just give me a second here. Let's talk about that. It's important. So I've got the flyer floating around somewhere in here. Yeah. Okay. So it is coming up soon. Okay, here we go. The Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show is coming up on September the 29th. Sunday, September the 29th, the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show will take place at none other, the Sandman Signature Vancouver Airport Resort Hotel. It's in Richmond, not far from where we're standing right now. The show opens to the public between 11 and 4, although they're doing an early bird entry for 10 a.m., and that's going to cost $25 if you want to get in 1 hour early for exclusive early bird shopping. And mark your calendar, put it in your calendar. They do have a Facebook page, and looking forward to seeing you hopefully at the show. I plan to be there, and it's going to be a great show. It's being organized by Paresh, and it's going to be fun. There's going to be all sorts of aviation collectibles, including die casts, models, postcards, photos, slides, barf bags, books, hats. There you go. Trading cards. You name it, it'll be at the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show. Look forward to seeing you there. Mark your calendar. And I'm not sure if there's any tables left. I'm not sure if there's any vendor tables left, but there you go. Look forward to seeing you at the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show, Sunday the 29th of September. So that'll be fun. Okay, how's our battery? Let's check our battery. Let us check our battery. 27%. 27%. There, I stopped the camera down again. Let's just... I want to see the flight radar, what's going on here. BizJet. Kirsten says, I can't justify going to Vancouver 3 times in a month. Yeah, the ferries are bloody expensive. Yes, if you're bringing a car, it's $100 each way. Look at that view. That's a nice view, actually. Isn't that nice? Very nice view through all the tails. So there we go. It's Air Canada in the news this morning. Air Canada will be in a strike preparation mode this weekend. The Air Canada pilots are in legal strike position next Wednesday, and they have to give 72-hour notice. So by this weekend, there could be flight cancellations, and in preparation for that. Passengers are being asked not to be angry at staff. Staff do not know what's happening. Staff aren't responsible. Staff are going to do the best they can to help you, but really at this point the Air Canada flights, when they are canceled, they are canceled. They are not announcing that they have protection on other airlines at this time. So all that can happen is wait and see. We're all in wait and see mode with the Air Canada pilot strike. Passengers are being asked to call the Air Canada customer service phone number, and it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. You're going to have to be prepared to wait for your calls. There's going to be thousands of people calling the Air Canada call centers, so it could take hours to get through. If your flight is canceled, you'll just have to be patient, and best not to plan to travel over the next week or so. It's going to be a zoo. It's going to be a gong show. It's going to be difficult, unless, of course, they announce a major settlement, which maybe can happen, but we don't know anything about that. We're going to have to play it by ear. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Air Canada employees have no idea, okay, what the situation is. My personal guess, Henry Tenby's guess, is it's a 50-50 chance that they go on strike. 50%, right? And if they do go on strike, it's my personal guess, it's my personal estimate that it's probably going to be a 1 or 2 day strike, just like the WestJet strike last year. It was a 1 or 2 day event. That's my guess, but we just have to wait and see. On the radio, they're saying that passengers shouldn't go up to the gates or go up to the counters at the airport and vent on staff and get mad at staff. It's just going to be, it is what it is. Your best bet for information will be to call Air Canada's customer support phone number and talk to them, because that's their job. They're the people that are going to be taking these phone calls and best equipped to give information. But from what I understand on the radio is that when the flights are canceled, they're really going to be able to do is say, we'll rebook you once the strike's over, and we can't really speak to when that's going to be and what flight that's going to be on. So you're just going to have to wait until the flights are reestablished, and then Air Canada will give you a new flight if your flight is canceled. So that's how it's going to work. But if you turn on any radio station here in Canada, or any news station, that is what they're talking about pretty much every 10 minutes, is the looming Air Canada pilot strike. Wonder why that WestJet's been sitting there a while. Strangely speaking. Okay, we got what's next? From Minneapolis, we've got Delta Airlines flight 2482 inbound from MSP, departed 2 hours and 59 minutes ago. So that's coming in. Let's move the camera around. We do have 22% remaining on the battery, so I am watching it carefully. Inbound from MSP, Twin Cities. Nice rollout. So we're going to have another contest next week. So we'll have some more giveaways, and it's going to be fun. We've got a Embraer taxiing out. Alaska Airlines, obviously, probably heading back to Seattle, right there. Let's see if I can. Oh, we've got a heavy on approach from Frankfurt. It's Air Canada 839. 839. Frankfurt is on approach. The battery's at 20%. I think we're going to be able to accommodate this Air Canada 839 from Frankfurt. By the way, it departed Frankfurt 9 hours and 28 minutes ago. That's pretty typical. That's pretty typical. 9.5 hours. We'll bring the camera around. Oh, look at that. Nice. Nice action there. Yeah, I think we'll bring the camera around to the Air Canada Frankfurt here. Yep, Gary will be here next month. As I say, we're going to do a special lunch for our moderators at the Hastings Mill Pub, probably, which is not far from where I'm standing. Great place to watch the aircraft landing. Nice wing flex. Very nice wing flex. Flexy, flexy. Buckets, flaps, wing wobble, it's all there. Nothing's missing. Very nice. 9.5 hours in the air from Frankfurt Main Airport to Vancouver International. Yeah, very cool. Let's check the radar. Let's see what our next arrival is. From YEG, WestJet, Flight 165, 737, 700. That's our next aircraft on deck. Yeah, so Venkman, so what we're going to do is, yes, I thought you knew, Venkman. I thought you were in our chat. All of our moderators are invited to lunch. We're going to be having a lunch here with my compliments, actually, to thank our moderators. So that'll be next month. So that is our plan. Bring your appetite, Venkman, if you'd be so kind. Yeah, so Gary Sua is coming down to Vancouver next month. And as I say, I'm planning to take all of our moderators to lunch with my compliments. And should be fun. It should be fun. Oh, we got a lander. I'll very quickly bring it around. Sorry about that. That was super fast. There's the WestJet 700 I was telling you about. Nice bite down. That was a look how slow it is. Nice. It very quickly bled off the airspeed there. Oh, triple WestJet. The battery's at 15%, so pretty soon I think we'll do a battery change. Get her done. Get her done. Now Kirsten set up a special chat for this, our lunch that we're going to have. Kirsten, if you can add Venkman into that chat group, that would be awesome. Maybe you didn't add him yet, but if you could add him in, that would be great. Great Air Canada action. Well, we've got I see landing lights. What is it? It's from Winnipeg. It's it's an A320. It's Air Canada Flight 297, inbound from the Peg. And the battery's at 13%. It's kind of holding. So I think I might be able to squeeze this landing in for us. So let's see if, yeah, 12%. I think I can do it. But after this airplane lands and rolls out, we'll do the battery change. There it is. let's do this. Nice, that's a good landing. Toothpaste scheme with a replacement nose cone. Yeah, see the nose cone? Non-standard, doesn't non-matching. Okay, so let's do the battery change. I think we can do that now. Makes sense for us. So we'll do the battery. Give me a second here, guys. And I'll do a countdown. Do a bog standard countdown, and we'll get her done. So let's do the countdown. 10, battery change. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do the battery change. I'll be back in just a second. Thanks for that, guys. We're back to 100% on our battery. And, yeah, we're back to 100% on our battery. And here we go. Okay. We got a little bit of a breather, so we got a breather. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell those of you that aren't aware that I am the author and publisher of Air Travel Time Machine. Those of you that don't have the book might consider it if you're a fan of classic vintage airliners. This book is 300 pages, it's almost 600 photos of what air travel was like back in the period between 1942 to 1960. So it's Kodachrome memories. These are random traveler photos taken on Kodachrome slide film, which is glorious color, between the years 1942 and 1960, that depict what air travel was like during the golden age, during the formative years of air travel, when air travel was still very much a newfangled way of traveling, and most of the world was still traveling by ship and train and bus. So this is a collection of Kodachrome images that I built up over the last 30 years. This book had been gestating in my mind for 30 years because I always wanted to see this book, and it didn't exist. So my goal was to create the book by finding the images that would make such a book interesting. And these aren't just boring static shots of airplanes. They're shots that evoke what travel was about. It's the people, how people were dressed, the vehicles, observation decks, what the inside cabins of airplanes looked like, boarding the airplanes from the open ramp. It's the whole picture of how air travel was in the glorious golden days of air travel. So this is my book that is only available from myself. It's not available through Amazon, or you have to purchase it from me. You can purchase it on my website, henrytenby.com. If you go to my website, henrytenby.com, you'll be able to see right on the home page the book, and you just click on that and it will take you to the page where you can purchase the book. We do have these books available for mail out in Canada, United States, and the United Kingdom. So they can be mailed to you close to where you live to minimize postage and shipping costs. And I hope you'll consider buying the book. If you haven't already purchased it, we've already sold 2/3 of the print runs. So and the book only came out this spring. So the book's doing very, very well. Look at the back cover. Pan Am Boeing Stratocruiser. This is a family boarding their Pan Am Strat at New York Airport in the earlier mid-1950s. So this is the typical kind of image that you're going to see in the book. Here we have a BOAC flight attendant looking very elegant with her gloves. She's posed on the ramp outside the maintenance base at London Airport with a BOAC Bristol Britannia as the backdrop. So yes, this is my book. I'm very proud of this book. If you haven't already purchased it, please do consider purchasing a copy for your library. I really do think you'll enjoy it. So thank you very much for hearing me out on my book. Appreciate that. It's available at henrytenby.com. If you're here in Vancouver, you can also purchase my book at Flight City here at the airport. So Flight City have the book in stock as well. So thank you very much for hearing me out on that, guys. Let me just check our flight radar. I want to see what's going on the flight radar. We got a heavy from Dublin, especially for Gerard Smith. It's the Dublin Flight 919, departed Dublin 8 hours and 41 minutes ago. So I don't quite see landing lights, but I guess I will see them momentarily. I'm looking for the aircraft. And one AvGeek girl has published the link to my air travel time machine book. Thank you very much, one AvGeek girl, for doing that. Hello, Lee Bracewell. Welcome to the show. And I now see landing lights from Dublin. The sun came out. The sun came out. I might have to put the umbrella up because if I'm going to get a lot of haze, I might have to do that. We'll have to play it by ear here because the sun just came out. Full sun. Yes. Here's Dublin setting up at Vancouver for approach. Runway 26 right. Sorry, it was me. Bit of wing rock. Brakes for us. Some nice and squeaky brakes, rolling out to the bitter end. That was a nice landing. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We've got a Q400 next on deck, coming in from Seattle, Air Canada Jazz Flight 798. My goodness, there's so many flights from Seattle. It's incredible. I'm going to say 3/4 of the flights today have been from Seattle. Yes, another nice landing. All's good in the hood, Lee. We're doing well. We're doing well. All is good. We had our first contest here on the show, and we gave away a very nice set of Airline trading cards produced by Tally Ho Aviation Trading Cards. It was our first contest, live contest giveaway here on our show, the first of hopefully many. So yeah, you missed that, Lee, but you'll have another chance next week if you make it to the show earlier. I tried to do the giveaway at the midway point approximately. That was kind of the plan. So halfway through, that's kind of what I'm trying for. We got our Q400 now setting up on approach from Seattle. There it is. Dublin, trundling along, making its way to the gate. Meanwhile, another Dreamliner gets airborne in the background. And back to terra firma. Flexi wings, flexi wings. Checking the approach. I do see landing lights, and I believe it's a heavy. Yes, it's JAL. It's a 767-300 inbound from Narita, and they departed 8 hours and 13 minutes ago. Fast flight. We got a Air Canada coming out of the Horseshoe as well. Coming out of the Horseshoe is Air Canada 7 to Hong Kong in the background there. But it's nice that JAL have the 767s coming into Vancouver. They're always welcome. A little tipsy on the Dublin flight. Yes. They had an afternoon cap as opposed to a night cap. Passengers, perhaps, anyhow. Okay, here's our JAL 767-300 setting up for landing. Our bit of wing rock. Bit of struggle, but confidently down. Buckets stowed. Spoiler stowed fast too. Yeah, nice and quick to the point. I think we got another heavy coming in. It's the morning of the heavies. Yes, it's Korean Airlines from Guadalajara, Mexico. It's the Guadalajara freighter service. That's what it is. So we'll let's go get Guadalajara, Mexico. There it is. This is a regular movement on our show. Park's right in front of us here. She's down. Bit of kick out there. I guess you guys saw the kick out from the crosswind component. Decent rollout. What's another aircraft on approach? Is it a heavy? Yes! Look at this, guys. 3-3 heavies. Montreal into Vancouver. It's a Dreamliner. It's Air Canada Flight 303. So, 3 heavies in a row. That is awesome. That is really a treat. It's really a treat. I'll bring the camera around in just a second. It's just wonderful when we get 3 heavies back to back. That is very nice. Okay, it's getting close. The time is close. The time is near. So let's get the heavy. Our 3rd heavy in a row here on the show. Bleed off, fair speed. Meeting of the heavies. A meeting of the heavies. Right there. Well, I wonder if we get a 4th heavy. We shall see. We shall see if that's a 4th heavy. Oh my goodness! I'm going to have to eat my hat. This is our 4th heavy. 4 heavies in a row. This is Air Canada 64 from Incheon Airport. So we get 4 heavies back to back. Whoa, that is hard to beat. That is hard to beat. 4 heavies in a row. think we can do 5 in a row. That's too much. But 4 was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. 4 in a row heavies. Whew. Sunscreen, nose. 4 heavies in a row. Sounds like a night out in the UK. Yeah. What's our fifth? What's our number 5? Okay, number 5 is actually a lightweight. It's a CRJ, Air Canada Jazz from Regina. So yeah, it's been a while since we've had, I'd say, 4 heavies in a row. Can't remember the last time when it was, but it's been a while for sure. Been a while. I don't see the landing lights on our CRJ yet. I'm sure they'll appear momentarily. Oh, we have Shavit Ege Tulja to the show. Hoş geldiniz. Shavit, we'd like to welcome you. Hoş geldiniz. Turkish viewer. So our CRJ is getting a bit closer. We'll bring the camera around now to our CRJ inbound from Regina, Saskatchewan. Right there. Bit of struggle. Canada. Yeah, it's been nice and busy. My pleasure, Shavit. No problem. It's a great pleasure. Try to practice my Turkish whenever I can. And it's always, we always welcome our Turkish spotters onto our show. And Etienne says Air France 777, 2 minutes out. Excellent. Excellent news. Great news. So 2 minutes for Air France. Great. And we got a Q400 first of all. The Q400 is right there. I'm looking for Air... Okay, I see the landing lights on Air France. So I'm going to bring the camera around to the east so we can put Air France in frame. Air France 777. Inbound from Paris, departed 9 hours and 50 minutes ago. Hours and 50 minutes. Quite a long flight from Paris to Vancouver. Quite a lot of heavy movements for us. Going to roll right to the end, I think it is. Yeah, it's rolling right to the end there. Let's see what's next. Our next movement is a WestJet from Calgary. It's a 37 MAX 8, departed Calgary an hour and 2 minutes ago. Martin says, does anyone know the longest Q400 flight from Vancouver? That's a good question. I'm going to guess Prince George, maybe. I guess, we'd have to do some research on it. One AvGeek girl says, would it be something like Saskatoon? I'm not do they operate the Q400 to Saskatoon? Yeah, that's a good question. If there's any of the pilots from Air Canada Jazz watching, they might be able to answer that question for us. But in terms of scheduled flights today, I'm going to say it might be Prince George, perhaps, as my guess. So, it's a good question. Definitely a good question. Okay, we'll get the landing now from WestJet, the Calgary flight. There it is. France. We'll see where Air France is going to taxi to. front of us. Gate 66. Gate 66. Well, guys, that was a good one. Oh, so Paul Go says, Jaws pilot here on the CRJ. It's probably Regina. It's a 2.5-hour flight from Vancouver. On the CRJ. Sometimes we can't staff it on the RJ, so it goes on the queue. It goes on the queue. There you go. So one Av Geek girl was very close. She said Saskatoon. He says Regina. Wow. Yeah, you guys are close. Sometimes they can't do it on the RJ, so it has to go on the Q400. So that's the answer. Thank you very much, Polgo. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good question, and the answer was pretty accurate there from one Av Geek girl as well. So we've got a lander here. Lander is from Calgary, Flare 809. We'll bring the camera around. Flare 809 departed Calgary an hour and 3 minutes ago. Nice stuff. Nice landing. Blue winglets. Leased aircraft, I guess. Former aircraft. Previous operators scheme on the tail. Maybe it's Smart Wings, I'm not sure. Not bad, not bad. Well, okay. Well, we've been streaming for 3 hours. It's been a good show. We've had a good run. We had our first contest. Congratulations to Martin Davidson for winning this fantastic set of aviation airline playing cards produced by Tally-Ho Aviation. These are wonderful playing cards. Tally-Ho Aviation is the world's largest and best producer of aviation playing cards. They're our first sponsor, and special thanks to them for providing this wonderful gift, which is going to Martin Davidson, who correctly guessed the aircraft that I had written on the piece of paper. So that was fantastic. So congratulations to Martin Davidson. Thank you very much to Tally-Ho Aviation Trading Cards. You can visit them at their Etsy store and their eBay store. And I want to thank all of our moderators for their help as well. It's been a great stream. We've had a lot of fun. The 3 hours has passed in a flash. It went by very quick. So in serious news, we may have the Air Canada pilot strike upon us by this time next week. Hopefully it won't happen. We don't know. All I can communicate is that if you are affected by the strike, please don't be angry at the airline staff. They don't know. They know as little as us. Your instructions are to simply contact Air Canada's telephone number, and where they have staff that are more trained to help you than those at the ticket counters and elsewhere. So don't be angry at people that you meet at the airport. They don't know. It's not their cause of the delays. There may be delays. Next Wednesday is the day that the Air Canada pilots will be able to go on strike, and they have to give 72-hour notice, which would mean this weekend we could start to see flights being canceled. So hopefully that won't happen. We're hoping and praying that there'll be a resolution before then, but it may happen. So we just all have to be prepared for all eventualities. Hopefully it'll resolve quickly and amicably. So we're wishing Air Canada and their pilots all the best, and we're just hoping that a fair agreement that can emerge quickly will be upon us, and it'll be ancient history by the time we meet this time next week. So thanks for watching, everybody. Congratulations to Martin on winning the prize. We're going to have more prizes on our next show. It's going to be fun, and we'll see everybody very soon. Thanks again, everybody. My name is Henry. This is JetFlix, and you are watching YVR Live. It's been good fun. Thanks. Until next time, all the best.